Hello everyone, another day. So today is going to be another service video on the 2018. Well, obviously it's going to be the same, I believe, from 2014 to 2018. They're all the same, maybe even the newer ones when they even did the facelift. It's probably going to be the same in the new ones too, with the same engine, with a 3.0 turbo diesel engine, with the EcoDiesel engine. So in today's video, we're going to do a fuel filter change. It's the diesel fuel filter. I thought it was going to be the same as my Jeeps. I wasn't really planning on making this video, but when I started doing it, I noticed that it's very different. It's in a different location. It's also a different filter, and instead of the two filters like I have in my Grand Cherokee, it's only one filter in this one. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I'm going to show you what kind of filter I'm using. I'm not gonna buy the original one because obviously they buy it from a manufacturer. They just stamp their name on it. There's plenty of other options you can get for much cheaper than the original one. So I'm gonna show you guys which one I use. Really good quality with good reputation fuel filter. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you guys how to do it from start to finish. So this is the EcoDiesel Ram, and this is the Jeep one that I have, the EcoDiesel Jeep. So it's a much smaller filters in size, as you guys see. I mean, even looking at the box, it's a lot smaller. It's not quite, half the size, but it's definitely, about, quarter size smaller. I can take it out of the box. Yeah, take it out of the box so we can see. There's that one, and then there's the Ram one. So size wise, meaning like length wise, it's about, it's almost half actually. The thickness is about the same, like it's thickness wise. So it's just a one long filter instead of two short ones. I mean, I don't know which one is the better one. To be honest, the better option to go with one or two, I'm probably would be thinking about the the two little ones compared to the one little with one big one. But I don't know. I'm not an expert or an engineer in that department, so I wouldn't know exactly which one would be the better option. But anyways, in today's video, we're going to show you guys, it's the same company we're going to use that we used for the Jeep. Been using it for a while now. It's been great. So yeah, we're going to use the same exact one for the Ram. Okay, so right in front of your rear differential, that's a differential right there. You see right there, that's the filter housing, the fuel filter housing right there. You see the yellow screw in the middle. It's a Phillips screwdriver. You just use that, unscrew that screw, release the pressure, and some of the fuel may drain out. And then just get a big pair of pliers, or if you have the actual tool, and untie the housing, the filter housing. Just unscrew it. It will drain some fuel, so be ready to catch some fuel underneath. Just unscrew the housing. I'm gonna use a big pliers that I use for the oil filter, generic big pliers. So I'm gonna unscrew that. Drain all the fuel out, take it out, and swap it. Oh yeah, and then you probably saw in a replay, but I use these kind of pliers right here. This is just a regular generic oil filter pliers that you can get at any auto parts store. This is really useful. You can use it for oil filters, the metal ones, or you can use it on these housings. So as you guys can see how dirty and black that is compared to the new ones. They're really new. I mean, this one has the same texture as the other one, the one that I bought. That's not an original one. So I'm pretty sure the original factory ones, like the Dodge, Ram, Jeep, they get the same from the same manufacturer. They just stamp their name on it. So anyways, yeah, it's really black. So this was way overdue. I would recommend changing these about probably 15 to 30,000 miles, like around 20,000 miles. Every 20,000 miles I would change these, because these get dirty and you don't want to wait until you have issues to change these. It's a good habit to change diesel filters. It filters a lot of junk out of the fuel. So you can see how black it is, because a new one you put in, it's white. Over time, that's what happens. Okay, so now that we get the new filter, we swap the O-ring. Make sure you swap the O-ring, and I would kind of lubricate the O-ring with the fuel. The fuel has some lubrication, the diesel especially. So just lubricate it so it goes in nicer, and then you just pop this fuel filter into the housing like that. and then just install it. Just slide it on to that right there like that, and screw it in with your hands until you can't anymore. Once you can't spin with your hands, then use the pliers for the rest of the way in. Just like that. Pretty much, you see I almost put it in the rest all the way in. So now I'm gonna grab the pliers and just twist it until it stops. When it stops, that's when the plastic reaches the housing on top there. So you don't want to twist it. It's not the same as tightening a bolt. The plastic just stops, and when it stops, you don't want to twist anymore because it's plastic. It just has an O-ring. That's the main thing that seals. The tightness is not what seals. What helps seal the housing itself. So once you just get it tight and you feel it stop, just don't twist it anymore. Stop, and then make sure you don't forget to tighten this nut right here, the yellow one. Just tighten it because it will leak fuel. So make sure you don't forget to tighten that one as well. Okay, so we got the fuel filter housing tight. It's all the way up to the other half of the housing, and then we tighten the yellow screw, plastic screw, so it doesn't leak out. So we're all good here. Okay, so when you tighten the filter, put everything there, that's not the end of your service. Don't just try to go in your car and try to start it, because it will not start. Because you pretty much drain the diesel out of the system from the fuel filter. So that in the fuel filter housing, the fuel has to fill it first before you start it, because it will not have any fuel. So once it fills the fuel in the filter, and then it goes to your engine. So to do so, what you need to do next, you need to turn your ignition on for about 20 seconds, about 5 times. You're gonna hear your fuel filter working. It will pump the fuel into the fuel system again. So like so, so turn ignition on. You can probably hear the fuel pump. It's kind of a small buzzing sound in the pump itself. So now I waited about excuse me, about 20 seconds or so. Then you turn the ignition off and then turn it on again, and do that about 5 times, so it primes the system. Once it primes the system about 5 times, then you can try to start your car. Okay, so I primed it, I turned the ignition on, and waited until I heard the fuel pump stop pumping about 5 times. Turn it on and off. So let's try to start it. There you go. It was a little harder start than usual, but it started right up. So after 5 times, because I tried it a few times a while ago in my Jeep, I did it like 2 or 3 times, the priming, and it wouldn't start. It would just be like, and that pretty much heats up your starter too much. So you don't want to do that. So just make sure you prime it an extra 2 times or 3 times, and it'll start your truck right up. Because if you try to start it right away, it will be hard to start, and you'll probably have to try to start it like 3 or 4 times in order for it to start. So you don't get freaked out, make sure you prime the system like I told you, and you'll be fine. Okay, so that's gonna be it pretty much for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, because like I said, we decided to do it because yeah, it's different from the Grand Cherokee EcoDiesels. We thought it was the same, so that's one of the reasons why we decided to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the process. It's a pretty simple process. It's not as simple as doing an oil change, but it's definitely, you know, it's pretty simple that you can do at home by yourself. So, and I'm gonna list the filter that I used in the description below. You can purchase on Amazon. I think that's where we purchased ours, the Jeep and the for the Ram. So yeah, it's pretty simple process. And then also we got a few nice mods on this Jeep, I mean Ram, excuse me. We got, like, you know, grills. We got a bunch of like performance mods, so we're gonna do the performance and all the modifications that we did to this truck. We're gonna do it in a separate video. It's pretty nasty weather outside today, so it's not really a good time to do that. It's just gonna ruin the video. So I'm gonna wait for nicer weather, and then we'll do a video on that, on the truck. We may do an update on the Jeep, if we're gonna do anything to it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, recommend my channel to your friends, tell them to subscribe. We'll have more videos, service videos on the Ram, on the Jeep, if most likely I'll end up keeping it, and then obviously the Volvos and all the cars that we have in our family, and you know, that I work on. If I think it'll be helpful for the channel and for you guys out there, I'll make those videos. So there will be good automotive content on my channel. So yeah, hope you guys subscribe, and you know, you're following the channel. I hope you guys learned a lot from my videos. I learned a lot from doing this stuff. It's not like I'm a professional. Every time I do a new car or a different service, I learn a new thing. So we're all learning, and I hope my learning helps you guys as well. So again, thank you guys for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as usual, see you next time.